How we doing this evening, folks? You know, the Prime K's panel just filled me with an idea, and I'm so sorry, folks, but it's needed. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea which you hurl in the sea as you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me sad, mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject. 'Cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my loyal, royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back. I'll fight. Oh, damn it. You'll be back. Like before, I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, I'll destroy your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody, da 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 da. Yes, folks, you got a very, very, very exclusive view. Yes, come on in. Yes, you got a very exclusive. You'll be back, which I'm going to give myself a 99%. There was a few little trips, but hey, folks, I figured that would be the best way to open the K.O.E. Nation. Wow, nice. We love K.O.E. Nation, Granddad Christmas. You have my praise. Oh, thank you. I had to bring the thunder for you, the K.O.E. Nation. So I thought, what would be better than a little intro, a little beginning. The voice of an angel. Really, what you should say is when you hear an angel, they have the voice of Phil K.O.E. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're very, very close. And Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast #1 fan, Little Fettuccine 69. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. One of the top, he was one of the first. It's basically the OG. But yes, the Bourbon Tournament is just getting started. If you go to KOE Nation on YouTube, you will see we have set the brackets. Basically, chicken is going to be coming down, if not this weekend, next weekend. And we're basically going to film the whole thing. We're going to get it, and we're going to find out who will be the bourbon of extreme. And you need to check that out, folks. But, hey, for me at the K.O.E Nation, I figure I really can't hold back for all of you beautiful people. But yes, the bourbon tournament is very quick approaching, and definitely check that out. Like, really, my most popular video on YouTube is the beginning round of the bourbon tournament, where I go over Blanton's versus Eagle Rare versus Colonel H. Taylor versus Buffalo Trace. And that one is really, really well done. Extreme. Yes, the most extreme musical number at the beginning of a video ever, which not bad considering I saw that song for the first time about 6 days ago. My daughter's a huge fan of Hamilton, like freaking huge fan of Hamilton. So I was watching Hamilton with her, and I thought that'd be a pretty good one to start the show with. Is King George is all right. I mean, he's no king of extreme, little kingdom. I mean, hell, my kingdom expands. King George oversaw his kingdom contract. So that's just something. But yes, Granddad Christmas. Yes, of course. I mean, like, I'm sorry to, be so picky and pedantic with that exact particular correction, but I felt it needed to be known. I felt the world needed to know. But thank you so much, Granddad Christmas, for stopping by this fine, lovely evening. God, little fettuccine. Like I said, we're either doing all the filming this upcoming weekend or the weekend after. Basically, if Chicken's probably going to be down here for WrestleMania, and we're going to do all the like me, Tony, and Chicken. When we get together, we got a lot. Like, actually, over the next week, a bunch of content from the last time Chicken was here is going to be dropping, which is going to be The Rock's Terramana Tequila reviews, Caribou Crossing, all this amazing stuff. And also, weirdly enough, my review of Rabbit Foot PX Bourbon that me, Tony, and Chicken did together, the first time a distillery actually reached out to me like, hey, thanks for your kind words for our product. Like, by Joe, K.O.E Nation, we are moving up. What bottle is that? It's actually Chicken's bottle that he has. It's Rabbit Hole Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey that's finished in PX Sherry Cask. They call it Rabbit Hole Derringer with just one R for some reason. Really good stuff. Its price point is probably about $15 higher than I'd like to spend because it's about $75 for a bottle, but amazing stuff. And Rabbit Hole finally got back to me, which is pretty cool. Yes, folks, since you're here, I'll give you the full behind the scenes look. I drink a nice scotch or bourbon across the night. This evening, I am drinking the Dalmore Regalis, which is a travel exclusive that's been completely discontinued. So snatch them up while you can because it's amazing stuff. Unfortunately, but I also keep some Pure Leaf peach tea to help keep my singing voice in fetch. My redneckery doth reveal itself. But yeah, got to keep the good old singing voice in fetch. My amazing chords were strained just a little bit to deliver that amazing song to you, which I only sang one time here at my house before I went live, and they're like, fuck it, do it on the night, see what happens. And I'd say not too bad. A little more rehearsal, and I would just basically just nail it. So, Hamilton crew, if you need somebody to fill in for King George, I guess I could make some time. Like now, granted, I know I'm going to be lending way too much star power to a supporting role to the point where I'll just overflow the rest of really the show. Like, it'll basically become the Phil K.O.E show. It's not even going to be Hamilton anymore. It's just Phil playing King George. So I get it. Like, I'm used to that. I'm used to it. But hey, if you need a guy and I got the time, I could maybe squeeze you in. Your kid's got some potential. Yeah, like I will say. But yes, it was quite the time. on the Prime K's panel. If you did not catch it, Dylan Burns was also on the Prime K's panel, and God Almighty, did things get a little bit heated between one Dylan Burns and myself. He's very passionate about foreign policy, but it seems to be very passionate in regards to like, I get it. The guy likes Biden, but it did start to almost border on a bit of apologetics. But the kid's passionate about what he is, so hey, that is these are topics to get passionate about. So I totally understand that. But yeah, come on in, folks. The water's fine. But yes, the first round was very heated. We were talking about the Georgia election laws, and I just knew, it was like, all right, how am I going to get the room to just wash me in their judgment? I really thought I was going to be eliminated the first round, and I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get to eliminated the first round. I was so antagonistic with everybody that I even got muted for like 5-10 minutes, which I was like, that means I'm effective. And it was just ridiculous. It was, boy, that first one was heated because it was, should we boycott Coca-Cola to get a legislative outcome? And I was like, kids, I don't think that math quite works. Like, I think there's easier ways to get there. I mean, that's like, it's like trying to dig a tunnel with a hand shovel. Like, there's easier ways of doing it. Like, and Granddad Christmas says, Dylan is a blockhead idiot. Feel free to skip my comment in the name of diplomacy. Wow. Now, Granddad Christmas, I got to say, that is some real coarse language you're using there, sir. I mean, that's sheesh. A blockhead idiot? Oh God, I don't know if Twitch will even allow such just extreme language. Like, that's dude, pull it back. Tell us how you really feel, man. Whoa, blockhead idiot. But now, yeah, when you get on the internet, though, you kind of got to get a thick skin, because folks are going to say things like, "Oh my God, it was." I sometimes will just, while I'm talking, I'll just turn on my phone for a second, look at the Twitch comments for a few seconds after I've said something, like, holy shit balls, these people either love me or fucking hate me. There is no middle ground there, which I understand. I'm your king of extreme, and you are the king of extreme language. Yes. I mean, thank you. I mean, I am the king of extreme in every way, and it's one of those, like, I was almost asked what that means the other day, and I'll get into that another day. I like to keep a little bit of mystery, folks, but don't worry, the reveal will come very, very soon. But it was a very interesting panel. I got to meet up with Riverboat Jack again, which it's been a very long time since the two of us have discussed anything. Riverboat really likes Maker's Mark, so immediately, like, I knew I liked you for some reason, because yes, I'm a bit of a mark for Maker's Mark. Not nearly as much as I am for Dalmore, but that's a different story entirely. But yes, I'm trying to think. There was also the Pastel, which we've met before. Pastel didn't really do much on the panel, but how could you, when your king of extreme is just taking over the show and just making it the Phil K.O.E. show, which that was the Prime Case panel, but now you're here at the actual, factual, marvelous, and extreme Phil K.O.E. post-Prime, post-show party. Really the party of the weekend. Get on in here, folks. Yes, then the first discussion topic, well, we were talking about Georgia, and like I remember God, I can't remember his name. This one kid, really young kid, he was talking about, like, this and that, and this is so terrible. This is going on in Georgia. And then I just do the state IDs are free in the state of Georgia. And then there was just this dong, like the computer had to reload. And so after that, it was actually kind of funny watching the whole panel debate around that, because I was just like, honestly, like, I usually, here's a little secret. I don't generally do a lot of research on these topics. When you when you got some good gray matter up here, you can just, generally draw on what's in the noodle. So I didn't have to do, like, I'll do a little research depending on the topic, but this one, it was pretty basic, but it was very fun because boy, howdy. Like, I would just say a few things and people would just get so pissed off. And I was like, okay, all right. I'm striking a nerve here somewhere. And it's the minute I started saying election transparency, we need greater transparency. We need greater accountability. And I was just going to hammer that all night long. Let's say, like, I got all my notes written here. Yeah, we needed greater election integrity, accountability, and transparency. And I just kept hitting that, and nobody gave me anything, which kind of showed, like, again, sometimes, folks, you're not going to get people to give you the direct answer you want, but you get them to. It's kind of the dog that isn't barking versus the dog that is barking. That'll tell you where things are. And so that was quite fascinating for me throughout the evening. And yes, such a. But yeah, the panel went very well, and I somehow didn't even make it into the bottom end in the first round of people to get eliminated. For those who don't know, there's a panel, the audience votes, and the votes, whoever's the top three gets to decide the bottom three that get eliminated. The bottom four are in the folks who get eliminated. The top three decide which three of the four get eliminated. I wasn't even in the bottom one on that one, so apparently your King of Extreme is just that awesome. Then when it got to the second round, and a lot of the folk, let's be frank, the lower view count folks. I mean, let's be frank here. Your King of Extreme, like, might look like only a few scant people are looking, but don't be fooled, folks. My fans are so technologically amazing, except for that one person that's watching. Everybody else is watching my videos through giant proxy rooms. So there's 20,000 people watching this through a single proxy party. So for, like, if you see like 3 views, that means like at least 60,000 people are probably watching. So because my fans are the most amazing, erudite, and just technological know-how, just know what they're doing type. So yes, folks, I mean, don't believe the numbers, but yeah, that once, and also just the folks who just kind of like sat there and just go like, what's going on? I don't know what to do. They didn't make it. Then after that was pretty slim pickings because Dylan, and there was a bunch of people with very large followings. And so your King of Extreme, it was a steal. It was a steal. Oh, Lord. I have you up on my living room TV for a K.O.E Nation viewing party, at least 15 people here and socially distanced. Well, that is so amazing that I am going to knight every last one of you. You are now Knights of Extreme for the evening. You are now, every last one of you, that much more cool. All right, you have been knighted into the knighthood of Extreme. It's good for one night. Here's the keys. Return it with a full tank of gas. Okay, but all right. So, my Knights of Extreme, enjoy your party all the more. And yes, thank you, Granddad Christmas. Always looking forward to reaching out to new people. Big Bucket Entertainment. Congrats on another debate win, of course. When will we see you 1 versus 1 with a master debater? Well, I get that everybody's ducking the King of Extreme. Nobody really wants to take on all of this. Like, I mean, how could you really? I mean, it's not going to go well. Like, every time I go up against somebody that I hear is some big intellectual giant, I just come away kind of George St. Pierre. I'm sorry. I am not impressed by your performance, but it's, I understand. It's kind of like Big Bucket Entertainment says, when will we see a one-on-one debate with a master? Like, chicken, Jupiter is a big planet, is it not? It's a very big planet, but Jupiter versus the sun, the bright, glorious rays that are the sun of Phil K.O.E., yeah, I'm sorry. Like it's just like they might think they're big time, but that gas giant just evaporates away against the heat of the sun when it gets too close. So I I understand why we haven't really had any major challenges thrown down because who's really throwing down challenges against John Jones in the UFC? Very few folks. They know better than to do such things. So I get it. I get it, chicken. What an honor. Yes, yes. I do bestow honors. It's a great time. You know, the King of Extreme, as the king, I can bestow such honors, you know, because my kingdom, it is one of the few kingdoms that is truly open border. I want everybody in, all aboard. Don't worry, I'll give you one big extreme hug, every last one of you, because if you join the KOE Nation, folks, your lives will improve in so many ways. And also, because I have announced my candidacy for the presidency of the United States of America, I have said if you are the first 500 subscribers to my YouTube or Twitch, you are invited to my inauguration party that's gonna make Andrew Jackson's inauguration look like a debutante ball. So, yes, folks, in 2024, I have announced my candidacy for the presidency of the United States of America. And if you get in at the ground floor, you can get in at all the fun. All right. So Gal says, you are too good on these panels. They need to put you up against a parrot. You know, I do agree with the first part. Like, I am just like, I want to do favors to these nice folks, so I'm doing a favor by lending some of my extremeness to them. Like, I have my star power, my just general devilishly handsome good looks, je ne sais quoi, and animal magnetism. So I decided, like, as a charity to the world, I give a little more of myself out there. I figure, why not? But now, against a parrot, you know, there's times I feel like I'm debating folks who are parrots for other people's ideas. It's unfortunate, but I forget who said it, but there's a lot of people in this world that don't do what we would actually know as thinking. What they call thinking is a rearrangement of varying prejudices and bigotries in their head, and what they spit out is what they consider thinking. And excuse me, you find those on the left and the right quite a bit of people who they're really just kind of rearranging varying bigotries in their heads and prejudices in their heads, and that's what they regurgitate as thinking. It's like so many times, like, wow, you're just an avatar for somebody else's argument. This isn't even yours. And so that's the disturbing thing that I find about these panels from time to time, is that there are people that are literally, and it's very unfortunate to see, they're actual, factual, walking, talking parrots of some other person's ideology. Got to keep my singing voice in fetch. Because if any of you who are new here missed it, I opened with an amazing rendition of You'll Be Back from the Hamilton musical. My daughter's a huge fan. So, got to keep my singing voice in fetch. Yeah, but the Prime panel, it was a great time. And actually, tomorrow night, I will be on a Dylan Burns Elimination Royal Rumble panel. We will see how that goes. We'll see what my... we will see how far I get on that one, because it's going to be a 20-person Elimination Royal Rumble. My redneckery doth reveal itself. Living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. A little bit. I don't have full lyrics in front of me, and you would have to give me, just one little bit of a practice. I don't know if I have. Don't stop believing. I could not wait. I couldn't. Is there audience voting? I will be there to lend my support. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it'll be at the Dylan Burns Twitch panel tomorrow night. And your King of Extreme will be entered. Now that me and Dylan have had a bit of an antagonistic back and forth when it comes to foreign policy, I think the deck will be much more stacked against me, which is good because we need to make it fair for the other competitors. That's really, if we don't do that, it's not going to be fair to them. So, disgusting. But yes, when we do find out who's going to be there, what order we're going to be in, be sure to look for your King of Extreme. I'm probably going to be close to the beginning because they want to put me at a disadvantage, and they want also, I'm pretty good at my, let's get ready to rumble! Really gets the people ready for the show. And yes, this is too good. Yes, I know. I do apologize. I should keep those holstered. I should keep my amazing singing chops holstered. But yes, it was quite the debate this evening. And then, once we got done with voting, which goddamn, it was basically me and that Bestet or Bastat or however he says his name, I'm not sure, versus 7 other people. No, 8 other people. And yeah, Prime wasn't on my side either. And boy, howdy, did that make some folks mad on that one. I'm shocked I didn't get thrown out there. Then we got done with that and we moved on to the next topic. What was it? I should remember it. I was just debating it, but you know how life is, folks. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the Coke. No, we already did. Oh yeah, the chips, the silicone chips in China and that kind of thing. And I get not liking my take, but it was the proper and correct take that we're kind of in an interwoven relationship at the moment. And there's really not much else we can do. And if we were to actually go to war, which I don't want us to do, any kind of skirmish would just be a short little, look at the expensive fireworks we bought of like the planes and tanks, making a short exchange until the eventual nuclear launch. And so that's why, now I get the whole silicon. And I was also the only one to bring up the DARPA back doors that every single, basically, if you've got one of these or a computer or what have you, sorry to say, DARPA's got a back door. It's just the way it is. We're not really going to complain about it. They just got it in so early that it's now just so baked into the entire internet cake. So I figured, easy debate win for your King of Extreme, but that's why I said that a republic is much better than a democracy, because look at what democracy gets you. It gets you Phil K.O.E. voted off a panel due to some pro-socialist rapscallion ne'er-do-wells that don't even know a perfectly good King of Extreme in front of them when they see him. So it was an interesting night. I came, I saw, I conquered. And I'll call that a nice little warm-up for tomorrow night's Royal Rumble 20-person elimination battle royal. So I am looking forward to more eliminations. But folks, anybody within the sound of my voice that's hearing me, like, share, subscribe, K.O.E Nation on YouTube and Twitch. You know it's the right thing to do. You can keep up with all your K.O.E content. And also, you get all of the post-show parties with your King of Extreme. Now, folks, whatever you got with you right now, excellent. Raise your libation up high, whatever it is. This evening, for me, it's Dalmor Regalis, a first fill sherry cask-aged edition. They don't have these around anymore. They basically discontinued them, but I am so happy to have all. Oh, and well, hey there. Hey there, Yanked Up Podcast. Welcome to the post show. We're just having ourselves a little bit of a recap of the debate that I had against that rapscallion ne'er-do-well. Well, no, Prime's a good guy, but his panel was filled with rapscallion ne'er-do-wells. Sup, Yank? Hello, Yank. Well, sometimes I just want to go where everybody knows your name. Yes, and that is the KOE Nation post shows and live streams. Yes, we are also basically like Cheers. It's just a nice community that we build. We all get together, we all come together, and we all let the world know how we're doing. And what I want, what I need, what I desire of this is for every last one of you to walk away just a little more extreme, just with a little bit greater talent stack, to be just a little bit better than you were yourself the day before. And if I can do that, then we have all prospered in the KOE Nation. So folks, all are welcome. Come on in. The water is fine, and I want every one of you to come join. And yes, one of the great things that I do highlight is persuasion. And tonight, I was quite persuasive. I was one persuasive fuck. But in the end, I was voted off by that rapscallion ne'er-do-well Pastel, which I got my eyes on you. Pastel won last time and takes this one too. I don't know. Who was best and worst on tonight's panel? Let's see. Well, best, you're looking at him, honestly. And number two wasn't even close. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, I was clearly the best on that panel. In every single thing that I said and every single thing I did could just be added to any political best of highlight of the year 2021. But really, if you're going to highlight the King of Extreme and everything I do, you would have to just basically take everything I say from start to finish and just play it in its completion, and that would be closer to a best of. That's let's just be frank here. You wouldn't want to leave anything out. Do you ever do karaoke night streams? Don't you tempt me with a good time. That sounds like an excellent idea, Granddad Christmas. I might have to do that some night. Welcome, one and all, to karaoke. Ain't it a kick in the head? Oh yes, it would be a marvelous time. Big Bucket Entertainment. Holy shit, Granddad, you might have opened a can of worms here. Yes, he might have. I'm streaming in the rain, just streaming in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. Got a smile on my face with a happy refrain, just streaming and dancing in the rain. Oh yes, this is definitely a necessity. Your voice is like an angelic cross between Frank Sinatra and Aretha Franklin. Flattery will get you nowhere, sir. Okay, that is. And the funny thing is, the song we played that particular night, it doesn't actually sound anything like this song. This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. Just a matter of opinion. Thug! Good God! God love it. So surprised to find against the bill. Oh yes. I can do a little bit of tribute. It's true. He's like Fergie and Jesus, according to Rev Res Pod. Well, sheesh. I mean, Rev Res Pod. I mean, you said it, not me. I mean, there we go. Hey, gotta take another drink to keep the singing voice in fetch. But no, I would not compare myself to the Lord and Savior of humanity, but I am saying that it goes all the Divine Trinity, then fill K.O.E. Like I'll and then like everybody else. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Well, okay, all right. The Divine Trinity, like Fedor Emelianenko, Richard Patterson, and then probably your King of Extreme Phil K.O.E. Let's be frank. Wow, I didn't know this is request night. Last dance with Mary Jane. One last time to kill the pain. Oh yes. I can't remember all the words to that one. Oh my, oh hell yes. Won't you put on that party dress? I'm tired of this town, tired of this work, and tired of this down. Yes, but sorry, I don't have a lot of time. Or don't come around here no more. Hey, don't come around here no more. Yes, yes. No, I mean, folks, I'm really just a walking, talking jukebox, but I can't remember all the lyrics to that particular Tom Petty song. Sorry. I might be a jukebox, but I'm not well, okay, I am an encyclopedia too. But it's the great thing. With these things, you don't have to retain anything. You just look it up. Like, all right, let's see. Let's see here. I suppose I could. Don't come around here no more. No, I don't like that one. Do we have a Tom Petty request? I got one. It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I have the radio on. I was driving. Trees flew by me. And Dell was singing Little Runaway. Eyes flying. Yeah, running down a dream that'll never would come to me. Working on a mystery. Going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. It felt so good, like anything was possible. Hit cruise control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream that never would have come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. I rolled up, the sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time. There's something good waiting down this road. I'm picking up whatever's mine. I'm running down a dream that never would have come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Yeah, running down a dream. Oh, yes, folks, I'm sorry. I am just too awesome, and I am the walking, talking jukebox amongst everything else. So, yes. My wife says thanks, B-Day weekend, and she loves Petty. Well, I just dropped a full Petty there for you. I can't complain too hard. I did what I could, and yes. I take 3 bows. It's a necessary. Loved it. We sang on. Well, thank you. I'm glad that I could actually help in that way. And yeah, it's your B-Day weekend. Yeah, my daughter as well. Yeah. Turns out they got the same birthday, but yeah, it was an amazing time on the panel. And yes, folks, I mean, if you got another song that you think I can actually hit, I would be more than happy to. Hang on, I got a good idea. Okay. Pull up some lyrics for a good one. Yeah, that's not really singing though. Sorry. How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like a fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like a sailor said, ain't that a hole? Like a sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread, just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Yes, I could keep going on, folks, but I figured give you just a little preview that the next stream will be started, I think, with some Sinatra. I think it'll be some Sinatra. Look at all looking for another strike. Well, the thing is, I'm singing it. You can't strike me if I'm singing it myself. Uh, Rev Respa, well, says, well, my nips are erect. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That's naughty. But yes, folks, here at KOE Nation on YouTube and Twitch, you get the best quality. Uh, Always leaving us wanting more, you devilishly handsome outlaw. Well, I resemble that remark completely, sir. I resemble it pretty much entirely. Yes, I always leave the audience wanting more, and I am quite devilishly handsome. Yes, so, my goodness. Yes, folks, the KOE Nation singing stream, probably what I should have called it, just to let the world know that your King of Extreme is available and ready and Broadway. Like, I could go there, but do you really, like, it's kind of like Trump running for president, just like, okay, I guess I'll be president now or whatever. Me showing up to Broadway, just like, well, I guess I'll show up and just, like, leave everybody in the dust now or whatever, just because I'm so amazing. My voice is so incredible. I have such amazing animal magnetism and je ne sais quoi that there's really just no one else. Like, basically, like I said earlier, you guys might have missed it. Like, the crew of Hamilton, if you need somebody to be King George, I could maybe make some room in my schedule for you. I could pencil you in. You kids got some promise. Okay, I'm going to give you that. Alday set fire to the rain. I don't know that one. Sorry. You should know better. Songs from this century are going to be kind of tough for me. Okay. I'm do it. I mean, clearly I should, but I mean, do I really want to collapse an entire industry just because I went to do it and nobody wants to see anybody else do it anymore? I mean, that's really, like, these are the kind of things, like, now I get it, big buck and entertainment, like, you got to understand, with great power comes great responsibility. If I just go to some entertainment venue or some entertainment style, I could collapse the entire economy because I'll do it so well, no one will ever want to see anybody else do it ever again. So, baby steps here, chicken, baby steps. Robert Goulet. Yes, I like Will Ferrell's portrayal of Robert Goulet is probably actually more famous than actual Robert Goulet. Like, and I just like how he just, like, sometimes Goulet, Goulet, Robert Goulet. And of course, red ships of Spain, red ships of Spain, red ships of Spain. burn. So you got, I would say I pretty well fulfilled Robert Goulet. Uh, oh Lord. Now, unfortunately, like with my hair shaved, I can't do the all like fuck my hair up and Chris Farley, my God, man, why would you do that? Now, what I can do is like I can do a pretty good curly to compensate. So I think you got to take the good with the bad with the good, and I'm gonna live my life like I should. I've gotten a challenge, and I need to see if I can do it. Oh Lord, this one is not an easy one. You are a rotten ne'er do well, one Rev Res Pod. A few of my favorite things. Let's see how I do. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple kit. God damn it, keeps jumping around. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel and noodles, with geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm winter mittens. There we go. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Thank you, folks. Dads were songbird of our generation. Thank you. I mean, thank you. I'll be here all week. Remember, always tip your waitress. Let's see. Well, that's been fun. You all have a good night. Catch you later, Yanked Up Podcast. Good night, Yank. Yes, I am truly the songbird of our generation. I'm the voice of a generation. Really, I mean, your king of extreme just keeps climbing up the ladder of greatness until I'm basically on the peak of Mount Everest of awesomeness, and I can help throw ropes down to everybody else and say, come on up here, folks. The weather is fine. It's going to be a great time. And my God, will you look at the view? So yes, that is what we are here to do. And if I can do so with a little bit of a extra Phil K.O.E. flair and that extra certain je ne sais quoi, then who am I to deny the beautiful people of this world a little bit more of my lyrical glory? I mean, really. And let's be frank, Rev Rest Pod, I just did that on the fly. I've never sang that song before, and I know I didn't have some of the note structure right. But your King of Extreme improved it. So let the composers know, like, okay, shit, we were doing it wrong this whole time. We need the King of Extreme to actually sing our songs first so we know which notes are correct. So, who am I to improve on art? I just do it all the time by accident. It's again, it's my burden to bear. It's my burden to bear. So, oh Lord Almighty God. But yes, also, folks, on the panel tonight, I had Churro, come here, little guy. One of the discussions was going to be, should small dogs be allowed to exist? Come here, little guy. Now, this is my little pupper named Churro. He's half Chihuahua, I think half Rat Terrier. I'm not sure. I could. Hey, Churro, look over there. Come on. Churro, look over here. No, you want me? Okay, that's fine. But really, I was gonna basically put Churro on the bar, and whenever we were going, should they exist? I'd be, look at this doggy's eyes. Look at him. Look at him. Don't you look away. How could you tell him no? And so, hey, little guy, you doing okay? Oh, he don't like being up here. My little sheddy dog. But yes, that was going to be my grand plan if I was able to make it into that particular topic. I was going to pull out the big guns. I was going to bring out my adorable little pupper. He was going to come out like, you look him in the eyes and you tell him no. You tell him no. And I think that one would have pretty much won the night. It would have, but I was betrayed and thrown over the top rope by Pastel. So now it's Pastel and, oh God, I can't remember the other lady. She had like a kind of, it was like, it sounded like a Japanese word, but it was like one letter off and it started with an R. I can't remember her name, but I will remember when I see her again. Because I never forget a face. I might forget a name a little once in a while. It takes a while. Like, it's so unfortunate. There's times when I'm like I haven't seen somebody in like 15 years, but I went to high school with them, and then I run into them in like a gas station. She's like, hey, how you doing, Phil? And I'm like, hey, man, how you doing there, buddy? So how we been, Pat? Yeah, man, you awesome son of a bitch, you. And so, yeah, that we've all had that happen to us once or twice. And it's always terrible when you're like, oh, fuck, what's this person's name? I should know their name. But it's, when your brain is filled with this much knowledge, the name of somebody that you haven't seen in 15 years, it's got to go. I'm sorry. Like, there's just too much knowledge in this one piece of gray matter that I got to make sure that I keep as much space free. Like, especially when you're in a moment of actual strain, or you're in some sort of actual danger, or you're in a high stress situation. I am of the belief that you need to keep as much of your head empty as you can so that you can use it to make the right decisions in the high stress moments. So whenever I'm in those kind of things, like I have to tell you, like, hey man, don't sweat the small stuff right now. You can't worry about that. You got to keep your head open. And so that's one way to keep it. But yes, I was so looking forward to demolishing that topic. I would have been voted number one because I was going to have a little tiny pupper that was going to be able to just dominate the whole show, really. And well, and then let's look at, there was one more topic. What was it? Just so you can know what was going to happen and how I was going to just demolish. Let's see. No, that was it. I got eliminated with only one there was the cruise line. The cruise line topic of, should we have cruise lines or shouldn't we? And my general argument was going to be, it's going to have to be like everything else. Going to have to ease into it. Start off a ship with 20% capacity, then 30%, then 40, then 50, then 6. You'll find where that right number is. And again, over time, like, I went out to eat at a restaurant tonight. Nobody was wearing a mask. Nobody even wore them coming in. It was just like, yeah, you would almost swear nothing had happened, which is just fascinating, and I'm so glad that there's little pockets of our country that are starting to get back to normal. I am thankful to Christ for that. We will see, and I'll throw it out there a third time, we will see. But it's, oh, Lord Almighty. Folks, this has been my little post show for all of you beautiful, beautiful folks out there. I had a really great time this evening, and every last one of you, I'm going to give a real quick shout out. Yanked Up Podcast, thanks for coming. Dad's Worldwide, give this guy a check out. You need to check out his YouTube channel. I mean, come on. He's had your devilishly handsome outlaw Phil K.O.E. on to do a presidential debate. So you definitely need to check that out. Oh, Granddad Christmas, thank you for being here. Rev Pod, you rapscallion ne'er-do-well. But yeah, Granddad Christmas, thank you. It's always good to get to interact with folk and just get to see new people that I wouldn't get to interact with otherwise, because that's the glorious, beautiful thing about this internet that we have, is we all get to come together. And that's what I really love about this. But folks, we're getting about that time of Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. So, like Chicken had pointed out, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us this evening for the post-Prime K panel post-show party. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E. You can find me at K.O.E Nation on YouTube and Twitch. Be sure to like, to share, subscribe. Let everybody that you know who's going on. So you're ready to bang some... Damn it, I was so close. Almost got it, but nah, well, we'll see. We'll see who's wives. Yes. Folks, thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for joining us here at the K.O.E Nation. And also some big shout outs to Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube and Facebook. Check them out for Thirsty Thursdays, so where your King of Extreme shows up for a weekly political roundtable, current events, pop culture roundtable. We just cover it all, folks. And it's really the place to be. Big Buckin' Entertainment, Big Buckin' Empire, just Big Buckin'. You'll find it. Find it on Facebook, find it on YouTube, Thirsty Thursdays and the Dog and Chicken Show. Folks, also, big shout out to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. In fact, here's the actual title: the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship, which if you go watch Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin at Royal Rumble 2020, I actually got this belt onto the live feed. So yes, folks. Now, a certain person might be the pretender champion for now, but he's going to have to come to Castle K.O.E to actually collect. Oh, your belt. You recognize your belt, sir? Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to come down and be a judge in the Sweet 16 Bourbon Tournament to find your lovely belt, sir. Yes, the challenge has been thrown down. It's here at Castle K.O.E, Chicken, and you'll find it here. Also, check out Dad's Worldwide, the Yanked Up Podcast, and all of our friends that make up everybody underneath the Big Buckin' Empire. You need to do it. You know it's the right thing to do. And folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And most importantly, if you could offer one little or big prayer to my little nephew Oliver, who's got a really tough road to hoe ahead of him. He's an 8-year-old going through pediatric cancer. If you could just offer him your prayers. If you go to my YouTube video, hashtag Oliver Strong, there's actually information about the GoFundMe, the Facebook page that's just following him just to help this incredible kid out. Please do what you can in that regard, folks. And it also explains my shaved head. Figured a little solidarity could help the kid tremendously. But folks, this evening, this beautiful evening. I am, oh, I'll say a prayer for Oliver. Stay safe, K.O.E. God bless. You too, Granddad Christmas. My sincerest wish, my sincerest hope is that every single member of the K.O.E. Nation, from the time I log off to the time I log back on in a few days, every last one of you finds your way back here happy, healthy, and much the wiser. So yes, folks, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for being here. Prayers for my little nephew, Ollie, if you would offer them. I thank you. God bless you. Check out my YouTube channel, hashtag Oliver Strong, and it will get a little more detail. But folks, I am the handsome, the quite handsome, maybe even the angelically handsome, I don't know, but the handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E. And yes, here's the link right there. Thank you, Big Bucket Entertainment. Phil K.O.E. I'm also the conqueror of the ethereal, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the baron of bald, and just one handsome man in general. Signing off and handing it off, folks. Every last one of you, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Raise a glass to yourselves for being a part of this amazing community. And God bless every last one of you. And until I catch you again, catch you on the flip side, folks.